Welcome everybody to Wine O'Clock Wednesday. Tonight we have the pleasure of Alex and Meredith joining us for wine. Cheers. You've been part of the e-cruising family here since 2012. We had the opportunity to share many wines together. Last year we met on the Majestic Princess for our annual POSH Club cruise, and our most recent encounter was in Adelaide as you both disembarked the Garn. Short but sweet, but we just thought because we're not out there travelling at the moment, why can't we stay connected? So here we are. Thank you so much both for joining us.
Thank you,
Thanks, Emily. It's always lovely to see you.
It is.
Over wine.
You've chosen a very good place.
Definitely nice over a wine. We've had a few of these. We recently had the opportunity to watch and share your South America group tour video that was in our social media and on our newsletter last week. What an incredible journey that you guys have been on and had multiple travel stories along the way. Tell us a little bit more about your experience here.
Well, it only took about a year and 3 months to put together. So I suppose in this downtime, because I do video production and photography as a trade, I've got my own business, so I'm too busy doing other people's work. But with the coronavirus and the bit of downtime that we've got at the moment, I thought I better get stuck into it and finish it. So it was a great experience, especially just to share with the rest of the group that we travelled with.
Because our group, there was 16 of us all together from all around Australia, all with e-cruising, and they were just the loveliest bunch of people. You know, some group tours, you get the odd bod, but they were just all fantastic people.
What quite you're going to get when it comes to group touring.
That's right. And we have kept in touch with a few of them more personally than others, but we keep in touch through a Facebook group that Alex looks after called Ice Babies.
Since we went to Antarctica, we called our group Ice Babies.
I love that. Very good. Your time in South America, did you have a favourite spot, favourite journey there?
Well,
Antarctica was amazing. Machu Picchu was amazing.
Antarctica, but that, Emily's saying South America.
Oh, in South America itself. Okay. Sorry, Emma.
Okay.
Yeah, you go first.
I really enjoyed Machu Picchu, but I really like Cusco as well. So, you know, you go to Cusco for a few days to acclimatise, and it's a lovely little city and quite exciting to fly into. If anyone's flown into there, they'll know that it's basically surrounded by mountains, so it's quite scary. Mm-hmm. And yeah, fantastic food in Lima. So I'm really into food. So
and the Pisco sour.
Yeah, the Pisco sour. Food and wine. South America, definitely. And actually, another highlight for us was the tango show that e-cruising organised at La Ventana. Everybody was blown away by that show.
We got a lot of incredible feedback. It's definitely, I've got so many, every time I say it's on my bucket list, I've gone, how long is this list getting?
Lucky you're young and you've got many years.
I'll just say sometimes you go to these shows and you think they're a little bit cheesy and they're a bit sort of, you know, too over the top or put on. But this was fascinating. It was just so professional and
just fantastic.
Fantastic.
Good to hear. Well, yes, I am yet to head to South America, but I'm thinking 2021 might be my year. So we'll fingers crossed and see how we go with that. What's your best tip for traveling to South America? Can you first time for someone traveling there, what would be your hot tip that you wish that you'd known before you went?
I know we had it organised because we went in a group. I think that's the most important thing. Yeah. Go in an organised group. South America is not as a modern continent as you would expect. So it's still probably second world, not quite, it's more than third world, but it's not first world really in some aspects. So it's good to go in a group. It's good to have things organised for you. Not everybody speaks English, of course, as you would expect. So sometimes it's good to have a local guide who can, and you know, just grease the wheels and make things go nice and smoothly, which really worked out well for all of us.
Yeah, I'd agree that the tour guide or just jump on a tour, and especially Buenos Aires is quite a big city, so just getting around is quite difficult on your own, especially as Meredith said, if you're not speaking the language. So yeah, to get a tour guide.
And do you have a favourite e-cruising trip, and then why?
Probably the last one.
Every trip's good.
Every trip is good. Always looking forward to the next one. But I think the last one, I think Meredith said before about the group, we were just so bonded, and everyone got on. We actually look forward to seeing each other every day.
We kind of can't count the gang because we only did half a trip, but it was still an experience and something we'll remember for a really long time. Basically having you coming to rescue us in Adelaide and organise flights for us all home, because we could have been stuck on a ship for many, many weeks. So that was a very good experience.
Just to put a bit of a backstory on that, we the group disembarked the Garn, and I flew down and met them in Adelaide, and we managed to actually have a cancellation for the cruise, and we managed to get them down there, get them on the next flight home, and get everybody home nice and safely. So,
and we're not talking 20 people. We're talking, was it 80 people?
There was about 82 people.
82 people. So it was a big effort.
So Midge and I were down on the ground there, and we were there to support you and give you everything you needed and check you in and everything. So we like I said, short but sweet. But look, there's always a next time. So I'm looking forward to that as well. What keeps you both coming back to e-cruising?
The staff and how well organised everything is. It just takes a load off us. We don't have to think about anything. It's all done, all the transfers, all the great hotels that you pick as well. And
great tour guides. It's all, good assistance. It's great.
Well,
just easy.
Yeah, we certainly love it.
You know it's going to work.
What do you love most about cruising in general?
Food, wine, and apart from food and wine,
food and wine, I don't disagree with you there.
It's great not to have to cook or clean, and it's great to be able to see the world in a fairly stress-free environment, and just to get away from a lot of the stuff that happens in life. We don't listen to the news when we're on a ship.
Yep.
We try and have a break and just be with each other and have a good time.
Yeah, and less technology as well. So, stay off the email as much as possible. But it's just easy. It's just I like unpacking once. I know it's a cliche, everyone says it, but it's true. We take a lot of clothes with us, which is probably a no-no.
Alex is not a light packer.
But we like to make an effort and dress up and, just unpack once, and you don't have to think about anything really. It's all done.
It's all done. It's all easy.
You wake up the next day in a new place.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have a most photographable destination?
Probably the Galapagos. That was actually a surprising one. I just think, picturesque would be probably Paris and Venice, but I think Galapagos was just stunning. It's just so diverse with all the different islands that you'd visit.
They're very different,
and it just changes from day to day. The animals as well, the landscape.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
pretty amazing.
Spectacular.
Well, I was going to ask you destination that surprised or surpassed expectations, but you may have answered that in one. Have you got that really wowed you when you went there? Besides the Galapagos, let me say that then.
I think probably I was most surprised about Jerusalem. We went on a trip where we ended up going to a couple of ports in Israel, which is not something we ever expected to do, and it was an amazing city. I would love to go back there, but it all depends on the politics of the time.
Do you have a favourite onboard activity? Something that you always attending on board?
Trivia.
We're trivia mad.
All the time.
We love trivia.
Yeah.
And you get to meet some great people with trivia, usually on the first day, and this happens on not only on trivia. Sorry, we've got our cat.
The
Who's,
cat wants to come.
Okay.
That's right. Quietly. Here she is.
Part of the action.
Cheers. And I think this happens to most people. The first day or the second day that you bump into someone that's like-minded, you always see them on the cruise. And quite often for us, they're in our trivia team.
Yeah.
So we sort of bond in that way.
Yeah,
You got to try and pick the smart people, of course.
Yeah, that's right. You've got to be smarter than him. But they're usually the people we keep in touch with afterwards too, the people we've met who've been in our trivia teams.
Lovely. Oh, I get that all the time. And a lot of the time as well, they're not trivia people when they're at home either. You know, only when they get on board that they just go, I love the trivia. Have you got a top 3 shore excursion experiences?
We did talk about this. Seeing the whales doing this bubble feeding that they do in Alaska was amazing, like close-up whale watching. That was really cool. And then
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem was amazing. And going to see the Valley of the Kings in Egypt was an amazing shore excursion.
Yep.
And anything that involves food, like food walking tours. We did a really good one in Athens. That was great. We do a few ship-based shore excursions, and then we do some on their tour and do our own thing. So yeah.
And we did gondola lessons in Venice, which was pretty amazing. And the water was so shallow, it was very surprising.
Yeah, like 3 foot deep.
You could stick the oar in and touch the ground. It was crazy.
That was cool.
That was fun.
Oh, I just love hearing all the travel stories. It gets me so excited. I'm so excited about traveling again. I can't wait for all of this to lift and get back out there again. So
absolutely.
What's something that you can't cruise without?
Each other.
It's true.
That's true. Each other, and we always take a little speaker, and I've got plenty of music on my phone that I just Bluetooth to my speaker in the cabin, so that's good.
Yeah, we like to have music in the cabin when we're getting ready for dinner.
And earplugs is probably a good tip, just in case you've got noisy neighbours or busy staff.
No, not neighbours.
I'm just kidding.
Of course you are.
Well, noise between cabins, were you saying?
Yeah.
Well, and all staff as well. You know, because we're not. Oh, we like to sleep in, especially on a sea day. You like to sleep in, and there's nothing worse than being woken up early.
By the neighbours' breakfast in bed.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Do you want to visit most that you haven't been to? And would you cruise there?
I'd like to do the Baltic, so St. Petersburg, and we haven't done that area, so we would love to definitely cruise there. And
I'd like to cruise from Lisbon round to Barcelona and do all the small ports in the south of Spain. So.
And when are we taking this one off the bucket list?
Well, we've already got a few cruises booked.
3-week cruising, of course.
So it might not be till 2022.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
We'll note that one down for you. Do you have a best tip for first-time cruisers that you can share with us?
Well, I think it's hard to remember what it's like being a first-time cruiser, but I think going on the ship tour that they run, it's actually a good idea if it's a really big ship, because sometimes you actually don't find some of the cool places when it's a big ship. You tend to go to the same bars or lounges.
Well, for example,
particularly recommend that on Cunard, because you'll never find the ballroom on the Queen Mary unless you do the ship tour.
It's a very weird. It's laid out quite weirdly, the Queen Mary.
So that's always good to get a bit of orientation.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that one. It's different. It's different. That's all I've got for you. But just to give our viewers a little bit of an insight, do you know what cruise you're up to? What number?
We think it's around.
It's over 30-ish. We sort of don't. Well, we've done a few 2 and 3 day ones, but we've probably done about low 30s of longer cruises.
Yeah.
We tend to like cruises that are sort of 12 days and above, if possible, because especially if you go overseas, you might as well make it worthwhile.
spend the time
Yeah.
over there. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, we've done it before where we yeah, well, we did that before where we did the Galapagos. We did Alaska as well.
Yes, because
Because
we've gone all
we
that
thought,
way.
well, it's just 7 days in the Galapagos. It's a long way to go just over a week. So it's
Grouping it all together. Yeah, well,
yeah.
the next trip I have, hopefully, will be about at least 3 weeks. I think I'm going to need after this.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, well, look, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us. I know that I definitely look forward to not just enjoying a virtual drink, but a drink face-to-face with you again. So, yeah, just from all of us on eCruising, thank you and cheers.
Yeah, thanks, Emily. Cheers. Lovely to see you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.